Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Blockchain in Plain English. In this video, I will be talking to you about the things that I look out for when researching about a particular crypto. So, in my view, there are basic things that will make crypto more attractive or not. So, these are things like transaction speed, their security, and their scalability. So, what do I mean by that? In order for a technology to be adoptable or massively adoptable worldwide, like for example, when we talk about Google, everyone uses Google. Why? Because it's easy to use. Why does everyone use Amazon? Because it's everywhere around the world, and maybe it's cheaper than going into a physical store, maybe it's more convenient. Those are the things that we're looking for, maybe cost, convenience. So those are the factors when we look at using applications in our personal day-to-day life. But what about blockchain technology? What are the factors that will make it more attractive to be implemented worldwide? So aside from the obvious, which is the application itself, so the technology itself, so whether it's Chainlink as Oracle or sources of data, whether it's crypto.com as payment gateways, or whether it's XRP in helping financial institutions transferring monies. Those are all applications, right? So what will make those applications different from each other? So what makes, say, for example, zero different to MYOB? That's what I'm saying. And in blockchain, we boil it down to transaction cost, transaction speed, and scalability. So if we have an awesome technology, but it's not scalable, by not scalable meaning that you can only operate that technology on a small network, then that will likely not take off. So why would a company invest in or adopt a technology that they know no one else can adopt but only they can? Because that means that when they need support, they need enhancements to that technology, they need updates, then they'll be by themselves. No other customers will be backing them up saying, yeah, we need these particular updates, we need these extra features. They're on it themselves, and if the technology goes bust, then they're left out in the dry. So scalability is not just good for support, but the more scalable something is, usually the lower the cost. So it all goes hand in hand: security, scalability, and cost. So what transaction speed is also lends itself to scalability. So if something operates slowly, then it's not scalable. So what is a transaction speed? Transaction speed here refers to the rate at which transfer of data happens from one account to the other. So when we talk about blockchain, you know how it's actually a chain of blocks and it's decentralized. So each node have a copy of the blockchain. So transaction speed here refers to the transfer of data from one account to the other, and the transaction speed is considered high if transaction is confirmed quickly within a limited time period. So transaction speed includes the request for transaction, so someone requesting a transaction to be added to a new blockchain, from that time when a request is received and then a new block is created or that request is executed. That is the transaction speed. So let's look at the grandfather here, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's transaction confirmations takes about 10 minutes on average, while XRP transaction confirmations takes 5 seconds. Wow, that's massive difference. So just on this statement alone, then XRP is more scalable and therefore is more enticing for companies to adopt XRP. Other than that, there's also the method in which a new block is added to the chain, and that's called the consensus mechanism. So this consensus mechanism not only impacts on transaction speed, but also on the security. So I have touched on consensus mechanism before when I was talking about Algorand and how they use pure proof of stake. Now, if we just look at the two major difference, which is proof of work and proof of stake, not delving deep into the different types of proof of stake. So the major difference here is Bitcoin uses proof of work, which is a common consensus algorithm used by most popular cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Litecoin. It requires a participant node to prove that the work done and submitted by them qualifies them to receive the right to add new transaction to the blockchain. Now, how do they prove that their work qualifies them to be the person that adds the new block to the blockchain? They have to solve a complicated, complex algorithm. And this is where I said before, in order to solve that complex algorithm, proof of work requires lots of servers. So when I say servers, is lots and lots of computers, and those computers require power to run. So that 10-minute transaction speed is not just one computer working, but it's lots and lots of computers, and therefore it uses lots and lots of energy, and the impact to the environment is therefore significant. But compared to proof of stake is another common consensus algorithm that evolved as a low-cost, low-energy consuming alternative to proof of work. So it involves allocation of responsibility in maintaining the public ledger to a participant node in proportion of to the number of virtual currency token held by it. So stake means that I, as a node, have a handful or however many tokens, and I stake it. So I put it away, and so I have the right to define the next block that should be added to the chain. If I'm naughty, if I add a malicious block that's not to be there, then my stake is taken away from me. That's very, very put simply, that's how it is. If you want to go back to my Algorand video about how pure proof of stake is secure, then go ahead and check that out. But so these two different methods actually impacts on not only the security but also the transaction speed. As you can see here, proof of work, because of the complex algorithm, it will take longer. And because it takes longer and consumes more power, therefore the transaction cost is higher. So therefore, if it's higher transaction cost and it's slower, therefore it's less scalable. That pretty easy. All right, so that is it for me for tonight. Oh, I forgot to mention the other than the scalability, cost, and speed, I also look at who's behind the actual blockchain itself. So something like Polkadot is founded by Gavin Wood, who's also one of the founders for Ethereum. So clearly that has a lot of weight into it. And there's other, like EWT, the partnership with Elon Musk. So that takes me down to partnership. I also look at who are their customers and who are their partners, who's backing up their technology, who's also believing in their technology. That tells a lot about the project that you're looking at. So I hope that helps you tonight. So when I look at a project, I look at their scalability, transaction cost, security, and transaction speed, and who's behind it, who's their partners, and who are their customers. As usual, I hope that you enjoyed tonight's video. Please leave feedback, ask questions and comments. Like the video, tell your friends. My aim is to tell everyone about the blockchain technology, but in plain English, so that you all can be involved. And subscribe. Let me know that you're listening and that these videos have been helpful to you. Thank you, and till next time.